Hi everybody, I'm Kyle Ryssdal. Welcome back to Make Me Smart, where we make today make sense. I think that sigh was warranted. It is February the 7th today, Friday.
Yeah, I think everybody's sigh is warranted. It's funny, like walking around the city as I've been like running into people and having meetings. Everyone's like, "How are you?" And people just trail off. Anyway, hi, I'm Kimberly Adams. Thank you everyone for joining us for our YouTube live stream. We call it Economics on Tap. It's our weekly happy hour. And so pour yourself a drink, non-alcoholic, alcoholic, water, coffee, whatever floats your boat, and get comfortable. We're going to hang out for a bit. We're going to do some news. We're going to play some games. And yeah, but the drink part first. Kai, what are you drinking?
Drink part. I am having a beer because, hello, have you seen the news? I'm having, it's my new go-to actually, Modern Times Hazy Double IPA, Modern Times Brewery out of San Diego. This one is 8.0 ABV. Sadly, I only brought one of these into the shed with me, but I guess that's probably for the best, you know.
What is the difference between a single IPA and a double IPA?
Doubles are higher in alcohol content, right? A single IPA can go, you know, I mean, it can go like 7.5. But once you get into the doubles, they get a little more oomph to them. And today, you know, I kind of need that. Also, this just tastes better.
Yeah, well, there you go. I have made myself an espresso martini because after the show, I'm excited to go to the press club for the inaugural gala of our new president of the National Press Club, Mike Balsamo of Associated Press fame. He's a great journalist, and we used to be on the board together. So super excited for that, but I'm tired, so hence caffeine in a cocktail.
So you'll have a stimulant and a depressant all in one.
All in one. And let's see what everybody's drinking in the chat.
Lauren Albright is doing water for dry February. How about that? Huh.
That's good. Let's see. Still
Annette
clicking
M.
around
Three Amigos
here.
Orange Cinnamon Liqueur on the rocks. Very nice. Flipping Out's having a Newcastle beer. Vodka,
Carta
cran, raspberry,
Blanca,
pineapple.
someone left in the fridge. Let's see.
Louis Smith, Añejo Tequila along with a sangria. Along with a sangria? Wow, all right.
Just stock up on the Añejo ahead of the tariffs we thought we were going to have.
Yeah, right. Oh, they're coming. Come on. Did you see Justin Trudeau was caught on a hot mic saying that he thinks the whole Trump Canada 51st state thing is a real deal? Like Trump's really serious about it?
I think he's serious about it too. I think he'd do it if he could. Yeah. All right, let's get to the news.
All right.
Oh, so Steve from New Jersey was wondering if anyone is keeping stats on the last time that it was the two of us together for happy hour and both of us were having alcoholic beverages at the same time. It's been a while. It has been a while. So, yeah. All right, what news do you have, Kai?
You go first. Because there's news of the day, obviously, to talk about, and mine's sort of a kicker and a nice little human touch. So why don't you go first?
Perfect. So just in the spirit of continuing to say when things are not normal and not okay and not happening in the way that we have created systems for them to happen, there has been a lot of reporting today that Trump has tried to fire the Democratic chair of the Federal Elections Commission, Ellen Weintraub, who I know you've talked to quite a bit over the years. I have too. And you know, so I'm just reading here from CBS News. Ellen Weintraub, the current Federal Election Commission chair and one of 3 Democratic members on the committee, posted a letter on X Thursday night from President Trump that says she has been removed as an FEC member. The brief letter, dated January 35th, 2025, reads, "You are hereby removed as a member of the Federal Election Commission." She says it's illegal. The Campaign Legal Center says it's illegal. There are processes by which you are supposed to pick FEC commissioners. You're supposed to serve out a term. The idea is to create a board that is balanced between Republicans and Democrats with different administrations choosing the members. And The FEC was already pretty toothless just because they'd been locked in a tie for a while. They hadn't had a lot of enforcement power, and Citizens United and a lot of other rulings kind of undercut them. But they were still at least raising the alarm when things were not necessarily going well, flagging when there were campaign finance problems. They are also channeling a lot of campaign finance data, collecting and holding campaigns accountable for filing data that news organizations and nonprofits and other groups use to tell stories about money in politics. And so this matters that Trump is moving to remove the person who's in charge of that and who has a ton of experience doing it. So as not to end the week on a completely downer note, I actually have two kind of fun things that I wanted to talk about. So number one, if you're looking for stuff to watch over the weekend, and no, I'm not going to suggest, well, sort of not suggest anime.
C-SPAN, C-SPAN's available. Just saying.
C-SPAN is available if you're up at 7 a.m. Eastern on Sunday morning. But the Oscars obviously are coming up. Everybody heard the news about the nominees and things like that. But one of the categories I always love watching out for in the Oscars are the Oscar shorts. And there are all of these amazing short films nominated for animation, live action, documentary categories. And Town and Country magazine has a nice roundup of all the different places where you can watch some of these Oscar nominated shorts. And the nice thing about them is they're short, so it's not a huge time commitment, but you can check out some fun content. And then another uplifting thing, I know I asked all of y'all to send us your smiles, and thank you to everybody who's been sending us positive things to try to end the shows. I got a lovely note from Heather Witt on Blue Sky, who pointed me to the newsletter Aaron in the Morning. And Aaron in the Morning is a LGBTQ journalist, covers these issues. And Aaron has a guide. It's called 2025 Trans Girl Scout Cookies to Order Cookies From. So what Heather said is that this is a list of trans and non-binary Girl Scouts trying to achieve their sales goals. So if you're going to order Girl Scout cookies anyway, why not order them from some kids who are having a particularly hard time of it right now, given the current political environment? So we'll have a link to that on the show notes, and Aaron in the Morning compiled that list. And thanks to Heather for sending that over. It's really nice.
That's great. Audience participation, that's always nice.
Yes, what you got?
So, if you are even a semi-regular listener to this podcast, you know the name Daniel Ramirez. It usually comes after Ben Tolliday and Daniel Ramirez, composed our theme music. I've known about this for a while. I wasn't sure how widely he wanted it known amongst everybody else, but it appeared in the New York Times today, so I figure I'm safe. Daniel lost his house in the Eaton fire, and he wrote about it today for the Times. And it's a very poignant, very personal, very registering sort of emotional moment. And we're going to put it on the show page. And if you listen and you appreciate Daniel's work, he's at the New York Times now, works on a bunch of their stuff. Super talented guy, great musician. You should just read this piece because it's really nice, and it's a reminder of what some people lost in those fires. That particular fire, but also Palisades, going on a month ago. So that's it. Yeah.
I didn't know he had written about it yet. I definitely saw various social media posts about it, but. Wow, I'm just looking at the video here. Gosh.
Yeah, it's wild. So I live 3 miles from Altadena, and I took a drive up there the other day. It is it's just remarkable. The randomness of the houses that burned. You can have a whole block that burned, and then one house is like pristine in it. There are great swaths of businesses on North Lake Avenue, which are just small businesses, pizzerias and dry cleaners and hardware stores that are just gutted. It's wild. It's just wild. Anyway, Daniel wrote this thing. You should read it. He's doing, it sounds like okay, but look, it's got to be rough. He's got 3 little kids.
Of course.
It's got to be tough. Got to be tough. Anyway.
Okay.
We're going to take a break, and then we are coming back. Let me actually, sorry, Kimberly, I'm just going to climb in right here. Did I hear Artax right there? Was that a
Yeah, I
meow?
think he either
All right.
fell or knocked something over because I
All
heard a
right.
loud thump and now he's making noise.
Let's give another nod to some of the work that David Brancaccio has been doing. David and his wife Mary bought a house in Altadena 2 months and a day before the fire started. He's had a couple of pieces on the Morning Report. He shot a social video, which is on the Marketplace APM Instagram feed. You should check it out. David's going to be reporting that going forward. It's, this is real, and we Marketplace is in a position now to bring listeners and viewers some of what the really personal ramifications of some of those stories are. Like David, I mean, so David is 60 older than I am. Let's just leave it there. He and his wife Mary had bought this house to be closer to their kids who are out here. They're going to sell their place on the East Coast, and make the move out here. But one of the pieces of tape from one of David's piece was Mary, David's wife, saying, "I don't know if I'm still young enough to do this," meaning rebuild.
Yeah.
And it's just a real thing.
What really struck me in that reporting is just how long it takes. Like they can't even begin to rebuild for probably like a year or two.
Oh yeah. Oh, totally. Absolutely.
And still paying the mortgage all that time. The fact that the cost of rebuilding is inevitably going to be so much more than whatever insurance is going to pony
Whatever
up,
you're
and it's just
you betcha.
yeah, just wild.
Anyway, yeah. So
Well,
those
hard
links, David,
pivot.
we'll put David's link. Yeah, hard pivot. David's link is in the chat, and we'll put it on the show page too.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All
sorry.
right. So let's.
ahead.
It's okay.
Hard
No, I mean it's real life. There's a lot of hard pivots happening these days
Yep.
because you'll be in the middle of a conversation with someone. It will inevitably go to a dark place, bring back the dark place
Yep.
sting, and then you're just like, and now let's talk about something else for a
Totally.
minute. So let's play a game. Take it
There
away,
you
Drew.
go.
All right. So our first topic for this week is a developer building an Instagram alternative on Blue Sky's AT protocol. It's called Flashes. Are you half full or half empty?
You said words I don't know what any of them mean.
Blue Sky, you're familiar with.
Blue Sky, I know, I'm there, thank you. But
Yeah.
Flashes and AT and what?
AT protocol is kind of like the plumbing that makes Blue Sky work. And this is going to be like an image focused app that sits on top of Blue Sky for people who don't want to use Instagram.
Oh, interesting. So Instagram, we should point out, because a lot of people forget, is owned by Meta, which is Mark Zuckerberg, and you know the story about Zuckerberg. I think I'm half full on that. I enjoy Blue Sky. It's not what Twitter once was, but maybe it'll scale. I don't know, but sure, yeah.
I'm all the way full on any of these open source platforms that can be an alternative to the ones owned by the oligarchs. So all the way full.
Yeah, fair.
All right. Are you half full or half empty on skinny bundles?
Oh, this is a story that Megan McCarty-Carino did for us on the radio show yesterday about, cable TV and all those bundles, but not quite as heavy because you can jump in and out of apps. I'm fine with a skinny bundle, right? As long as I have the opportunity to cancel or join or whatever. That's the beauty of sort of on-demand-ish app use. So I'm full on that one.
I mean, the skinny bundles until they start buying up the different skinny bundles and comboing them together, because at first people were creating their own a la carte bundles, and then you're kind of forced to bundle with as consolidation happened. I'll go half full because more choice in the market is better, but I'm deeply skeptical that this is actually a representation of choice.
I think that's fair. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Waffle House is now charging 50 cents per egg extra surcharge. Are you half full or half empty on egg surcharges?
Just because. Do you ever give Artax eggs?
No, I don't keep eggs in my house really because I don't eat eggs.
Oh, there you go. So just because I did this story as a final the other day, Waffle House sells 272 million eggs a year, 50 cents a pop. That's $136 million in the door. Also, it's all about bird flu. It has nothing to do with supply chains or inflation or Joe Biden or whatever. You know, I mean, they're paying more for eggs, so let's pass that cost along because that's kind of the way it goes. I'm competing with a cat here.
I'm muffling him with my
okay.
hand. I'm
No,
physically muffling him with his
do
hand.
not physically muffle your cat. Good grief. No.
He's so loud.
I know he is, but free the cat. That's all I'm saying.
God,
Free the
now he's
cat.
tangled in my headphones.
Oh my God. I'm just looking up at the video here. Leave the cat be.
He's very large.
How large is he?
He's up to like, I don't know, almost 16 pounds now. And he's one.
Is that big for a cat? Is that big for a cat?
Yeah.
God, he looks like a
Anyway.
snow leopard.
He does, doesn't he?
He's a good looking
All
guy.
right. I think he's pretty cute when he's not being obnoxious.
Well, you know, whatever.
Yeah. All right. Sorry about the interruption. Let's continue.
Not at all. Not at all. So look, I don't like paying more for things, but everybody's paying more for eggs these days because of bird flu. And so look, Waffle House's business, fine, whatever. That's what
Yeah, I'm half full on, businesses representing what things cost. And for as many people who voted apparently based on the cost of eggs, like, this is the cost of eggs. Here we are.
That's right. That's right. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Right?
All right,
no,
what's
totally.
the next one? Yeah.
Next one comes from the New York Times, where a reporter followed some students who started a Luddite club at their Brooklyn high school. That is a club that doesn't use smartphones or social media.
Wow.
And now they're popping up at schools around the country. Are you half full or half empty?
That's so interesting. I'm
So
not sure
I
what's
remember
about
when this story first, they did the first story about this, about these kids that were just like giving up their smartphones and like suddenly having social skills and recognizing that there's nature outside and how beautiful the world could be. I'm all for it. I really am, and so I'm all the way full about the Luddite. I've tried versions of this and I just have this horrible like experience where the last time I tried to, other than travel, like switch completely off. I took Twitter off my phone. I took everything off my phone. It was January 6th of
Oh
2021.
no, is that right? Is that real? Seriously?
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
because it was
That's so
wild because
fun.
I was taking Jasper at the time to the vet and I get into the Uber and the guy's like, is there a reason people are getting into my car wearing
you told us
bulletproof
about that.
vests and carrying sledgehammers? And I'm like, what are you talking about?
What?
My mom
And now
calls
you're
me
back on, right?
frantically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, that's so funny.
Anyway, go ahead.
So I'm going to be deeply hypocritical here because you will pry my smartphone out of my cold, dead hands. But I think it would be a good thing if we could somehow pare back the reliance of younger people in this economy. And look, my daughter is 17, and she's pretty well regulated, right? She's not on it crazily, but it's like a lifeline for her, and I would love for it not to be that way. And I think you got to start them younger. So, sure, I'm half full, but I'm also a realist, and I'm on my phone all the time.
Yeah, I'm on my phone to the point where I've got like that cramp that you get in your thumb. And
Totally, you
I
get that
have
thumb
to,
cramp. I
like-
know. I'm with
Yeah.
you. Totally.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, is it time for the poll?
It is.
All right, everybody in the YouTube live stream, get ready.
This Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern on Animal Planet is the Puppy Bowl. Are you half full or half empty on skipping the Super Bowl for the Puppy Bowl?
Anyone watching the live
Kimberly
stream
Adams,
knows my answer to
what
this.
say you? Yes.
So,
Yes.
can I tell you, there are two Labradors in my hallway, one that lives right next door to me and another one that lives across the hall. And at first it was just a black lab next door. And so whenever I was having a bad day, I'd like knock on my neighbor's door and be like, can I just play with your puppy for a little while? And he would oblige and it would just like make me feel better about the world. Now she's big, but then my neighbors across the hall got a golden lab as a puppy.
Ooh.
And so every so often I'll like get off the elevator and I'll see them like on their way to the walk and they'll let them go. And I'm just like, they run down the hallway and I'm just like greeted by these two amazing, like happy dogs. And it's the
There you
most
go.
delightful thing in the world. And the best part is that I don't have to pick up any poop at all. It's just like, I get all
my
of the
God.
love and the affection.
Oh
I
my
don't have to
God.
get up early. I don't have to go out in the
Oh my
cold.
God.
I don't have to touch the warm. Nothing. I just get all of the perks of cute dogs and none of the consequences. Love it.
It's like being a grandparent. That's all I'm saying.
It's like being an
That's all
auntie.
I'm saying. Yeah, right, exactly, right, exactly.
Yes. Enjoy all the
Yeah,
perks and then give them
totally,
back.
totally, totally, totally. All right, so I'm just gonna lay it on the line here. I'm pro Puppy Bowl, but I'm also gonna watch the Super Bowl. I'm gonna hopefully skip the ads, although my brother-in-law, who's in advertising, is gonna come over, and so we're gonna have to watch the ads, and so that's gonna piss me off. I don't know, whatever. But yeah. Look, I'm pro puppy. Full stop. Pro puppy.
To be honest, I'll probably watch neither and just like try to do something away from a screen on Sunday. But you know, who knows? Maybe I'll binge watch anime or watch the Puppy Bowl. All right, let's see the results of the poll.
Where is the poll? Oh, wait a minute. Okay. I haven't figured out how to use this thing. All right.
It is.
All right, I got it. So 67% half full on skipping the Super Bowl for the Puppy Bowl, 33% half empty. We got some puppy lovers. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Got
Who
some
doesn't
puppy
like puppies,
lovers.
right?
I know, right? I know. Totally.
Yeah. All right.
Definitely.
All the puppy love. Love it very much. Okay, everybody, that is it for us today. Please keep sending us your questions, your comments, your smiles, if you have any. You can email us at makemesmart@marketplace.org or leave us a voicemail, 508-827, vodka, 827-6278, aka 508-UB-SMART. I don't have a lot of vodka cocktails in general, so I tend to feel them a bit more.
Oh my God, that was pretty funny.
I froze.
Oh my goodness. Vodka. Make Me Smart is produced by Courtney Bergseeker. Our intern is Ohamalik. Today's episode is engineered by Charlton Thorpe.
The team behind our Friday game is Emily McCune, Jamila Huxtable, and Antoinette Brock. Marissa Cabrera is our senior producer. Bridget Bodner is the director of podcast. And Francesca Levy is the executive director of digital and on demand. And Jasper is just loud. Not Jasper, Artax.
Not Jasper,
I still do
Artax.
that
Oh,
all the
man.
time. It's hard.
Well, look, I know. It's
Yeah. He's
sorry.
much
Kelly
louder than
Remedios is
Jasper
on her
was.
third vodka cocktail, and she feels nothing. Oh dear.